Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
All right, so we're going to do a service on the rear differential. We want to pull the fill plug out before we pull the drain plug out. We want to do that so that if we pull the drain plug out and then later you could not get the fill plug out, there's no way to get fluid back into the rear differential. So we'll start by pulling the fill plug. I'm going to use a 1/2 inch extension and a 1/2 inch ratchet. We'll loosen this up. If there's any dirt in here and that's preventing you from getting a good fit with your extension, you can take a straight head screwdriver and just scrape out the dirt. That'll help you get deeper in there and then be able to loosen it up, because you don't want to strip this. Pull out the fill plug. Now that we know our fill plug came out, we can pull our drain plug. Same tool with the drain. We use our 1/2 inch extension and a ratchet. Pull the drain plug out. There is a little magnet on here. You can see how much metal is attached to it. And this really isn't that bad. None of the flakes are really that big, so this differential is doing pretty good. So this is the magnet on the drain plug. As you can see, there is just small, fine metal on here. If you pulled this out and you saw big metal chunks on here, that would be an indication that the rear differential is starting to wear severely. There could be some damage in there. And that's one thing you want to check when you pull the drain plug out. But this one looks good. All right, so I'm going to use some brake parts cleaner on this drain plug. I'm going to clean it up and wipe it down with a rag. Get it cleaned up pretty good. All right, once that's clean, I'm going to use some pipe sealer or some like liquid Teflon sealer. And I'm going to spread that around. That will seal it a little bit better. Ready? All right, I'm going to wipe down the hole, the drain hole with a rag. Get some of the oil out of the threads a little bit. Then I'm going to install the drain plug. Tighten it up by hand first. Let's get this thread lined up. Just like that. And I'll take my extension and my ratchet. I'm going to tighten this up. It's going to keep getting tighter. It's never going to cinch down to the point of stopping. So once it gets pretty tight, then you can stop. Not too tight. So now we're going to add the rear gear oil. You want to use the approved gear oil for the vehicle. You can check the owner's manual. This vehicle has a rear limited slip. You want to make sure that if it does, that you get the appropriate fluid that already has the limited slip additive in it, or you're going to have to add the additive. I had a buddy one time that was doing a rear differential service, and when he did it, he just put regular gear oil in, did not put the additive in, And every time he'd go to a drive-through, like to get a coffee or something, when he'd go around the turn, the rear axle would just hop. And it was because the rear end was locking up when it wasn't supposed to. So you need to add that additive. All right, so we're just using the bottle and a hose on the end of the bottle of the differential fluid. There's other ways you could do this. You could use a suck gun or another fluid transfer method. But this is working for us. And once the fluid is at the top and it starts coming out, that's when you know it's full. This vehicle took about 3 quarts, maybe 3.5 quarts of gear oil. Okay. So we filled our rear differential up so that the fluid's just coming out. I'm gonna put my Teflon sealer on the fill plug. I can reinstall the fill plug. Take my extension and my ratchet and I'll snug this down. And the same with the drain plug. It's not gonna snug down to stop, but it will start getting tighter. And once you feel it start to get tighter, go a little bit more. And that's pretty good, right there. Some brake parts cleaner, and we'll clean this up. Wipe it down with a rag.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at 1AAuto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.